Vice President, changing the gears to Ukraine and Russia, how confident or optimistic are you that something can start to be done along those lines as well?
Well, look, the president's been working at this. The entire team's been working at this for 8 months. We're going to keep on walking down the pathway of peace. Whether it takes us another few months, another few weeks, or God forbid, longer than that, we're going to keep on working at it. How confident am I that this is going to get wrapped up? I feel optimistic, I would say that, but the timeline is anybody's guess.
Will the U.S. give Tomahawk missiles to Ukraine?
Well, I mean, the president right now is certainly hearing that request from the Ukrainians. We know that it's something that they want. That's something the president's going to ultimately decide, but he has not yet made the decision to give Tomahawks to Ukraine.
What was the calculation in not providing those Tomahawks to Ukraine at this time?
Well, look, the President of the United States is trying to ensure that America's security is taken care of first, and obviously that means that we need to have the critical weapon systems for our own military, for our own troops. So that's what the president is focused on. And as with all the decisions that he's made related to Russia and Ukraine, he's trying to bring peace because he thinks that's what's in America's best interest. If he thinks that it's in America's best interest to sell additional weapons to Europe, he will do that. But right now, he hasn't made that decision with regards to Tomahawk. All right, guys, have a good night. We'll see you tomorrow.
There is no place for war criminals in Europe. There is no way through Europe for war criminals to any events. And this is the very important thing also for us to underline and stress again. We're in strong support of Ukraine, and we are continuing with our continued pressure on Russia. The only place for Putin in Europe, that's in Hague, in front of the tribunal, not in any of our capitals. And this is very clear. Thank you.
Are you taking action to prevent Putin from visiting Budapest?
I cannot imagine him crossing our airspace.
Let's see what happens. But of course, if there's anything on the agenda what concerns in Europe, but certainly what comes to the security situation in Ukraine, it most definitely concerns Europe, then Europe should be making its decisions as well.
To be honest, we will have certain feelings about where the meeting might be held with regards to also the position that Mr. Orban has taken in this conflict. On the other hand, I think the most important thing is that we have a negotiating table, that we get the parties around the table. Up until now that hasn't happened, and it's very, very needed.
Budapest is just a venue for a meeting. I mean, it is not organized by Hungary or any European countries. It's a decision taken by the American president who wants to meet his Russian counterpart. Nothing I can do about it, apart from, stressing that we stand with Ukraine. And we support the American president's proposal of a ceasefire at the contact line. Nothing more than that. That would be an important step forward. And if the item on the agenda on that high-level meeting is about that, it is absolutely okay.
President Trump's efforts to bring peace to Ukraine, of course, all these efforts are welcomed, but we don't see Russia really wanting peace. Russia only understands strength and only negotiates when it's really put to negotiate. So right now we don't see it yet. That's why we are discussing, of course, what more can we do. We are expecting this week also to adopt the 19th package of sanctions. Unfortunately, not today, but we have also a leaders meeting coming up in Thursday, which would have been that it's President Zelensky who meets Putin, because it's actually them who have to agree on this. So as I said, I mean they are meeting, but let's see what's coming out of that meeting. I think it's important that President Zelensky also meets Putin, and they can discuss actually what they can do. If America has a lot of strength to pressure Russia to come to the negotiation table. If they use that, then of course this is good. If Russia stops this war. Regarding Budapest, no, it's not nice. I mean, to see that the really person put to the arrest warrant by the ICC is coming to a European country. And again, the question is whether there's any outcome out of this. This is, I think, what we need to see how these things are going in Budapest, as we have been very firm that Russia only negotiates when they are put under pressure. So we hope that also President Trump does that. I hope to reach an agreement on the 19th sanctions package this week when the leaders meet, and we also are doing the coordination regarding the shadow fleet, because we see that there's a lot of revenues coming from the shadow fleet, and we have really made efforts regarding curbing the revenues from the shadow fleet, and we have made a lot of progress if we see how it's really working on Russia.